I think someone recently discovered the first reference to jacking off in RuneScape history. There's a guy in an outhouse in the middle of Hosidius, and if you take a soaked page from Temperos up to him and use it on him, he says, "I've seen that one before. It's yours now." This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in the game, but there's a lot of stuff that's technically in the game as well, but is inaccessible, left over from old updates, or just unfinished Easter eggs that people don't really know about, and I'd like to cover some of those in today's video. But first, this video is sponsored by Dog VPN. Let's say you're an air traffic controller. You've already been responsible for 2 crashes. But it's a government job. The FAA can't technically fire you without cause. You want to watch your RuneScape videos at work, I get it. But one more oopsie, and you're going to be working for your cousin Randall over at Batteries Plus. Dog VPN allows for truly discreet internet browsing. Sorry, boss. Someone at one of Dog VPN's 3,000 servers in over 94 different countries was watching Settled during that plane crash. I was at work, and you can't prove shit. Use promo code COME at checkout. Special thank you to Dog VPN for sponsoring this video. The 9mm handgun is an item that technically exists in game because in the most jagex form of coding ever, once an item is added to the game, it literally cannot be removed. It can only be changed and renamed to other stuff. This item was kind of my dream as a child. I would do the boot camp random every single time I could because I was hoping that instead of camo armor, I would just randomly get a gun one time. I even wrote out an entire quest where Dr. Frankenstrain makes a time machine and the final quest boss is a soldier and he has a gun. He's wearing the camo armor. The item icon is just a pink skirt, and the examine text just says, "It kills people." Trivia. The name and examine text are a reference to the real-life handgun. Dude, people on the wiki are so funny when they write stuff like that. Like, they really... Like, any single person in the entire world is going to read 9mm handgun and be like, I guess it's just a kind of pink skirt. In the UK, I don't know. The Penance Chimera is an early form of the boss of Barbarian Assault, which, I mean, it obviously just became the Penance Queen later, but I fucking love the Cronenberg body horror theme that every Barbarian Assault monster has. This is easily the most terrifying NPC they've ever conceived of. It looks like some sort of worm mixed with Donnie Darko with dragon claws attached to it. Dude, my favorite item that's technically in RuneScape is the Hex Edit Detected, which is basically what you would receive if you were using like a hacking software and then you attained any of these items that I'm describing in this video. The examine text literally says, "Your IP has been logged and passed on to customer support." I'm just gonna run up to people in game and start saying that randomly. "Your IP has been logged and passed on to customer support." The icon is actually just a gold fish and it can be seen during the random events with Giles and the Quizmaster. So next time you get asked that question, you can just be like, "Actually, it is none of the above, sir." Dude, the Manspeak amulet. I actually remember this from when I was a kid. This is from the Evil Bob random event, and it was some weird item that like you would put around your neck to be able to talk to the other guy that was trapped on this island, because you can only talk to cats in that universe. The examine text, it's an amulet of Manspeak. It makes vague grunting noises. Some of y'all need a amulet of woman speak. Joy emoji, and then just add that. Yeah, that's a banger. That's a banger. There was actually an item technically in old school RuneScape called the Helix fossil, but no one really knows what it is or what it's used for. It's just randomly found through data mining. But my best guess is that some JMod probably made it as like a side project or a joke, and then one of Nintendo's lawyers felt the supersonic waves of intellectual property fraud, like some sort of zoo bat. I mean, like some sort of regular bat, and then it had to be promptly removed. Nezikchened is actually the demon from Legends Quest, but there's an item called Nezikchened's mom, which is just a pink skirt, much like many others, but no one really knows what it is, what it's used for, if it had a purpose in the quest at some point. But obviously, since items can't be removed once they're added, they just changed this item named Nezikchened's mom to Amethyst broad bolts. Talk about broad bolts, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Talk about broad bolts, you know? Bolts made out of a broad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. There's also an unobtainable item from the 2014 Halloween event called the Community Pumpkin, but no one knows what it is or what it was for. I mean, back in my day, we used to just call that Nezikchened's mom. There was an NPC named Charlie Brown on Zaya that was more recently removed. He was a monk that prayed to the god of luck, nicknamed RN Jesus, but he was removed, and according to Mod West Twitter, it was because of cringe memes. This guy's my new favorite J-Mod. Trivia: the name could be a possible reference to the character Charlie Brown from the Peanuts comic strip. However, this is unknown and unconfirmed. There is a character named Santa who could potentially be a reference to the man who delivers presents to all the kids on Christmas Eve. However, this is unknown and unconfirmed. Cave Mouth is an unused NPC that was going to be used in the canoe cutscene whenever you enter the wilderness, but it can actually never be seen in game, unfortunately. I wonder why. Dude, my favorite unused NPC is the original Lizard Man, which instead of using hand-to-hand combat and a giant booger attack like the ones on Zaya, he actually just looks like a Soul Calibur character. I literally used to main this guy because I thought he was a hidden character in the game or something, but apparently he just fucking sucks and no one likes him. Fuck the Soul Calibur community. There are actual NPCs named Gamers in old school RuneScape at the Rat Pits minigame that were previously named Gamblers, but obviously the name was changed because gambling is not welcome in old school RuneScape. One of them got removed for some reason, but his examine text was, "He has a tortured look in his eye." I'm not going to read too far into this one, but it's definitely a noteworthy removal from the game. There's actually an unused pet in the game called Karam Thulu, who is supposed to be one of the rewards from Rum Deal, but they basically just removed it because it was too hard to code at the time. It's a little Kawam Bam in a fishbowl, and like, just the fact that we could have had this instead of that stupid fish gobbling heron bird that follows me around in game, I get pissed just thinking about it. Look at this dude. I think during this exploration, I may have accidentally found the rarest item in game. It's called a Rancid turkey. It's a discontinued item which replaced the cooked turkey during the Thanksgiving beach party of December 2013. According to the patch notes, any leftover turkey meat has now gone rotten. Basically, if you had this meat in your inventory when they updated the game, it turned into a rancid turkey. And it can't be banked, it can only be destroyed or dropped. If you have an account that has this item on it, please message me because I want to see that shit. That's about all the stuff I could find for today, but I just want to give a special shout out to the wiki people, Spine Wielder and Highways for finding all this shit. I'm going to play us out with an unused track from March of 2006 that has never been played in the game before. This song is called Spy Games. Nobody knows what it's from, where it's for, or even who composed it, but it was added to the game in April of 2006 and it cannot be accessed. It also has 7 views on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure like I'm one of 5 people that even knows that this song exists, so check it out. It's pretty good. Thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, sub and consider dropping a like. I don't know.